get her personal stuff.
Okay, I have your guys'
So everyone, hello everyone, hi. I should have a stool here, eh? Right here, right there. You want to
Here,
oh,
that's that over there.
oh, is that really stable? Chair.
Cute. That's not stable. How are you feeling, Queen?
I'll stand behind the door.
By the door?
That's right, it's not nice there.
That's Teresa. I heard her name. There she is.
How
is she feeling today?
That's better, right? Right. You guys can't get out.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's bad, eh? So, hello everyone. Hello. Hi. I wanted to say thank you, and I wish that we could go immediately to the East Coast.
Yes.
The plan, that was the original plan, but then your head of state, Commander-in-Chief, and Queen had to issue a World War III warning. That was not part of the plan, by the way, but I have to do what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the responsibility, many people don't realize the weight, the responsibility, and authority of that statement, not only in Canada, but around the world. Usually it's the United States that has that privilege of declaring World War, but I didn't. I just gave an advance notice to the we the people of Canada and the world that it is imminent. As the head of state and commander-in-chief, I have the privilege of receiving that information from our troops from around the world. We have sent 80,000 to 100,000 troops to Europe already, and Russia is very close, has surrounded Ukraine, 3 different borders, so it is getting closer, and the last straw was when Russia removed their embassy or evacuated their embassy personnel from Ukraine. So that's how serious we are. That is why also I have asked the leftover truckers here that's hanging around and partying and raving to go home, because I have already lifted the restrictions. So there's no point. Now it's just they are in the middle of literally in the way of the military operation. So that cannot happen. I have also anticipated the unlawful acts that were supposed to be done by the few who were manipulating and hijacked the truckers' convoy. So that is why I have also issued, I counterbalance that with the martial law to ensure that they know that someone in Canada is actually in charge and will not put up with any BS that they might try to hurt the we the people. Okay? So that's why. And I have also, when they began blocking the borders, I have also issued an order to the military, both to the U.S. and the Canadian Armed Forces, to ensure our borders are free from any blockages, to ensure our military can go in and out between both countries. Because you see, Russia can attack us from the north, and China can attack us from the east. So the borders will have to be clear between countries. Right? And U.S. and Canada are sisters. And so what happens in Canada happens in the U.S. And had Canada not removed the Chinese Communist military from Canada, the United States would have fallen long time ago.
Yeah.
And that is why you can see that Canada, your head of state, is the one leading, and the U.S. is following. Strategically, they can't match my tactical and strategic intellect.
Prowess.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's true, and it's a fact that had I not removed the Chinese Communist Party military, the U.S. would have fallen very, very fast.
Yes.
And we would have been under Communist Party right about now. So it's not a laughing matter. That's why the U.S. now is looking to Canada to lead around the world. We are safe. Yes, we are safe. So, but also this war is to awaken. And Ukraine used to be part of Russia, USSR. So, and Ukraine is the last, shall we say, hub of the NWO. So, to those of you who have been following my telegram, you'll know that this war is really just to awaken the public and to return to the rightful kingdoms, their people, because the NWO, all the evil people, have used, shall we say, democracy to destroy small countries, to divide. This is what this is all about, is returning Ukraine to Russia. So it is a peaceful war. It may actually never materialize, but it is also necessary that the media, and for those of you who are not aware, you're giving me that look as if like you're a deep state, you know that. I'm kidding.
It's okay, I got him on camera.
No, someone actually wrote that. You know, someone wrote the other night, commented on my post saying that under no circumstance was I, or under absolute circumstance, I was informed that Queen Romana is a deep state agent. And then you guys probably saw my comment saying, if I were a deep state agent, your arses would have been, you know, right now, the whole world would have been under the thumb of China, Communist Party. So,
I would like to ask a question. Are we going to see the movie, like the 8-hour, 24-hour day movie? Is that a real thing?
That used to be a real thing. That was a different timeline. Had I followed that timeline, the war would have gone on for years and years and years. Okay. So when I saw that Canadians were just marching themselves to the, you know, the death camps, I said, no, we're going to change that. So that's why I came to Ottawa and said, we're changing the narratives. Yeah. Some people, when the planning of that thing happened, it was in another timeline, and so now they're being shifted to my timeline, which is peaceful, and EBS is not necessarily what people had in mind when they were following the Q posts. So also beginning with the martial law, many people were expecting boots on the ground, but I said, we're under martial law, but you will not see boots on the ground unless there is violence. Because we have militaries that are robots, actual robots, and they can kill. They have no empathy. They're just programmed to kill and hurt. They have an order and they will kill people. So that's why, as your queen, I have to balance between deploying military on the ground versus this military, the robots hurting humans. Because they don't, there's no connection. They can't connect between the emotional, you know. Yeah, there's no rationality there. They just have the order to, you know, go quell that civil unrest. They don't care whether that's a child or a senior citizen or an adult. They don't make that difference. So that's why a lot of people don't understand that there is truth to the head that wears the crown. How heavy is the head that wears the crown? It's true, because I have to balance the safety of the public versus deploying military on the ground. So
slow drip feedback.
It's no longer a slow drip.
Well, it is getting faster, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily all every day that you see a commander-in-chief declaring martial law, and then the next day declaring World War III, or warning World War III, or burning the flag, or the fake flag, and then honoring our military properly. So these were all EBS that no one was paying attention or didn't register because they were so hung up on the EBS will be this, and then there's 8-hour show and all of that. Well, no, I removed that timeline and changed it to a safe and peaceful transition. And it is now. You guys may have noticed that the color purple around the world is going.
Yes.
Because our flag is not only the Kingdom of Canada's flag, but it is has been adopted by different countries' military, all of our allies, as the freedom flag, and eventually the whole world. So that's what it is. That's why you're seeing purple in different countries around the world. So I wish that I could leave Ottawa this moment and go to the East Coast, but I still have work here to do. And many of you may have seen earlier this morning that I have issued an order to the military to remove all the truckers from downtown Ottawa, because war is actually going to happen in Ukraine. And after that, we will have Taiwan returning to China. But China will be ruled like Taiwan. So it's reversed. There's no more CCP military and CCP party. There's no more politics.
Have they been removed in China?
Yes. Yes.
So would that be like part of the robot thing that they had going
Yes,
to? Okay.
yes. We've had troops in China not only clearing the dumps but also removing the CCP leadership and their militaries. Yeah. I think some of you guys have have read one time I said I'm waiting to have dinner in Beijing, the authentic dinner, a Chinese dinner in Beijing. That was a signal that we were in Beijing and we were in China, clearing up China. So soon I will be going to Beijing having dinner, authentic Chinese dinner.
So we're all gonna do. We're coming with you.
So my truck wants to follow you out east. It wouldn't start this morning.
All right, yes, I'm
I
gonna
had to
go
ride here.
with QR, yes.
She knew.
She knew. So, yes.
Well, I was just going to ask if we were going to resume the convoy at a later time.
Yes, right after World War III, I'm going straight to the East Coast, Quebec, and all the way down to the East Coast.
Do you
Do you
want
have
us
a timeline on
to catch
that?
up?
I've, at the moment, watched the media. CTV seems to be doing the right thing and actually publishing what's happening right now in CTV.
Are we coming back?
In terms of what's happening to
So are they going to give
in
you
Ukraine.
an interview?
Hey,
Are they going to give you an interview?
I'm not quite sure. I think it depends. But many people, they're still giving credits to Trudeau, and I said Trudeau doesn't exist and has no power whatsoever. And all the prime ministers previously from the old Canada were just the water boys and water girl of the fake queen. True.
To further that, now that we know that they've all been arrested, we know that for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we still have our other politicians and healthcrats. And so the announcement of what you've given us in the last couple of days, does that mean that they're going to be collected now?
Yes. Yes. I ordered this morning, I said, arrest all, although the arrests have already happened, but the public doesn't know. So I said, arrest all the federal federal cabinet members, the fake GG, all provincial premiers and territorial, and then all health ministers, health officers. So, yeah.
So when we go back to our provinces and towns,
Yes.
and we see in the stores and everything them still following the mask mandate and stuff.
You should be all demanding. You should be going back to
We're
your
trying.
towns and saying, the Queen of Canada has removed all restrictions.
Yeah.
That's why all the truckers have been removed, because they have no more reasons to be in Ottawa. And Justin Trudeau and all of the premiers do not have any power whatsoever to be making all of these mandates.
So
And
we
they
give
are all
them
under
a
arrest.
cease and desist?
Continue?
Yes.
Continue cease and desisting?
Uh, no, you guys go there as a group, as a community,
Okay.
and demand that you take all those signs that the people are putting on their businesses. Because right now, it's just the businesses that are actually continuing to follow.
By compliance.
So they are the ones that you guys have to talk to.
And if they call the police on us, then the police are in the understanding of your timeline?
Well, let's just say that the other day here, I think that was Godspeed who heard that the Ottawa police recognized me as their queen. I'm what is it? A psychotic?
Psychopath.
A psychopath. Yeah, one of the police officers said that's the new queen, and she's a psychopath. At least they recognize me as the queen. And yes, it does take a psychopath, individual and families and friends to fight and remove the Chinese Communist Party military from Canada. You've got to be a psychopath, otherwise it won't work. So, you know, that is an honor that I would willingly accept, you know, because if you guys didn't have a psychopath queen, we'd all be, including myself, be, you know, in camps somewhere in China. And, you know, you'd be forcibly injected and somewhere in quarantine in China and working 18 hours a day for free for the Chinese manufacturers, military. So, yes.
Diane has
Yeah, so
Diane has
I'm a very, what is it, I'm a genius, a psychopath from right up there. One of the tops, one of the top ones, yeah.
Diane here has a question. She'd like to know that once you continue on with your convoy
Yes.
to the east, if we're coming back to join.
You are welcome to come back.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, you'll give us notice?
So we can
Yes,
our
I will
bags back?
announce when we're leaving. Yes, so definitely, I welcome. And I will also be inviting our indigenous peoples to come and join the convoy.
Right on.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going back?
Well, I'd like that, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm very height challenged, so nobody can see me when I'm
Yeah, welcome to the, welcome to the.
Chair here.
I wanted to know, first of all, thank you very much for seeing us this morning. I
Yes.
very much
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
I'm sure everybody else does.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm just wondering, when will it be sort of more on the mainstream news about what's really going on? I mean, all of it.
CTV, it has already begun. So the first thing I think that you guys will see is the war in Ukraine, because that's being ramped up right now. Yeah, that's part of the.
Are going to start freaking out?
Pretty much. Yeah. So you can look forward to that. Yeah. Yeah. You can look forward to that.
They're gonna think we're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's when you post the, you know, that GIF that says media, anon, and then the public. You post that one. Yeah.
And then, and on top of that, then what about the stuff about the children and what's been going on and the trafficking and all that? Will that be?
That will be after the war, and I will actually be making sure that in Canada, that is released, the information.
Okay.
I'll have to take a look as to because some of those information, they're very sensitive to the children. And so I have to be very sensitive to make sure, and careful to make sure the children don't get a hold of that information.
Right.
So it has to be a controlled release.
Yes.
Yeah, because adults can handle that, but it's terrifying.
Well, I think
to
some
the children.
adults probably not. But that's their choice, right? Okay, so, but can we actually see that playing out? Like when I say soon, my version of soon is not the version of everybody else's soon, I'm sure. So when we're talking soon, what are we talking this year? Are we talking?
I can tell you, but then I'll have to kill you. So, so we're going to start with with the Ukraine situation that is right now at the forefront.
Okay.
That is why, if you guys have been following everything that I have done since I got to Ottawa, has to do with military orders. Yeah, because that's where we are. And it should have been a signal to many people that when I issued the warning for World War III, and I said we're on the eve, we really are on the eve. It just depends, and we won't initiate. I won't initiate World War III, but of course Russia will have to take Ukraine, and I'm sure they'll take Ukraine by force.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that's already 3 borders that they have surrounded Ukraine. So you guys saw how somber and serious my video was, you know? Yeah. And that's where we are. So who's wanting to come back?
Wait, keep your hands up.
So everyone wants to join the convoy going East Coast. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that says a lot.
That says a lot all the way down here. So everybody wants to come back and join. So, all right.
We love our
Thank you. And yes, this QR for you guys. This QR.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the crown thing. They did that when I was young. I'm like,
We would all love to have a family picture with
Okay.
all of us.
Yeah.
And I've also mentioned that maybe when all is said and done, we get together and have a family reunion.
sounds good to me.
Convoy family.
Tell me when the party is.
Dancing on the
Yeah.
street.
That's right. Yes, that's what the party on the street is going to be.
I would love to have an individual picture from my family so they believe me.
Good.
You're so negative. That's such a dirty comment.
So, all right, guys. Do you guys want to take pictures? Have you had breakfast? All of you have had breakfast? Coffee?
Working on it. It's
Okay.
been a slow move in the room.
Okay.